everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to show you how to make origami cranes. I've been making cranes since I was a little girl. If you look at my bio, it says when my family and I were stationed in Sigonella, Sicily, I was about preschool age, and I remember from one of my teachers teaching me how to make origami cranes, and it just stuck with me for the rest of my life. And when I decided to make goods and sell things to customers, I decided to send them a little origami crane for good luck. And so today I'm going to actually show you how to make these things. But first we're going to go over a few basic steps, and we'll go from there and we'll make these things. So first I want to go over some paper. You can get paper anywhere. You can get paper at a craft store. You can get paper through Amazon, which I'll actually leave a link below to some of my favorite origami paper that I use on a day-to-day basis. And also you can get books like these online, or these actually I got from Barnes & Nobles, which is a bookstore here in Charleston, which is probably a bookstore in a lot of states, but we have Barnes & Nobles. These books are really inexpensive. This one right here is about $7.95 before tax. This one's about, I think, 11. Actually, it's $9.95. So this is less than 8, less than 10. These are actually good books to get. I actually do like them because it gives you a slew of paper. And it gives you some really pretty paper, especially on this book. It gives you really pretty paper. And also in the front, it gives you information and how to do basic folds, reverse folds, folding hints, excuse me, and then it actually shows you how to fold a crane. So, which I'm going to do that for you today, but I think my way is a little bit simpler. I like it, but you see all these little doodads. Sometimes you're not going to know what those mean, so I will also leave a link down in the description to a wiki page of origami basics, and it also will tell you about what these symbols mean. And in some of these books, like this one, this actually will tell you what the symbols mean. So this is actually a nice little thing to have. So I recommend getting both books. So one book tells you what the basic folds are and what the symbols mean, and the other one actually shows you how to make a crane. But I'm going to show you how to make a crane here today. So let's go ahead and get started. First, you want to start with a box base. Now there's plenty of ways to make a box base. I'm going to show you the two ways. One way is how they show you in the book, and the other way is the way I do it. So let's grab some paper and I'll show you how to do this. So let's see. Here's a piece of paper that's already out, and we'll grab this piece of paper. Okay. So your origami paper will either be colored on one side and blank on the other, or colored all the way around. So always pay attention to the way you're folding it, because if you want the pretty side out and you fold it completely wrong, you're going to have the blank side. So just pay attention to the way everything is. Just pay attention to your paper and which way is up. Okay, so right here we're going to do a basic box fold the way they show you how to do it in the book. So what you're going to do is fold, okay, and then you're going to want to open it up, fold again in the opposite direction. Okay, open it up again, fold in half. Okay, once you have your folds, then you're going to want to collapse it on itself, so you just pick a corner and then Just drop everything down. And you have a box fold, a box base. Okay, so that's how they're going to show you how to do it in these books or online. I'm going to show you how I do it. So color side down, of course. I'm going to fold into a triangle. Okay, I'm going to fold it again into a triangle. Okay, I'm going to take one of the flaps and I'm going to squish it down to make a square. Okay, I'm going to flip it over, do the same thing on the other side, flip it down and make a square. And there you go. That's a box base. So you have how many steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 folds. This one is 1, 2, and then, so 4, and 2 squashes. 2 folds and a squash. 2 folds, 2 squashes, 6 folds. Both the same, both works exactly the same. I recommend doing this. It's a lot easier than having to do all this. So with that said, let's go ahead and we'll go over a few tools I have that you can use, and we'll talk about the crane a little bit. So we'll put this aside. So paper is, you can get so many different types of paper. This paper right here is really pretty, and it's thick and it feels like cloth, if that makes sense. So it's like cloth fibers in it. I'm not sure exactly what this paper is called, but I will leave a link to it in the description because I honestly really love this paper, and it's really pretty if you're going to make a crane to display it, because you can see the metallic, and it comes in different colors and different patterns. It's really pretty, and I don't know if you can see the fiber. So it's a really thick paper, and when you have thick paper, it's good to have some sort of folding tool. You can get this one at any craft store or online through Amazon, or you can use your fingers, especially if you have nails, and or you can use a letter opener. I have this one that I've been using for a very long time. I love it because it's a little kitty and it's heavy. I like it. And you can also use it as a weapon if you wanted to, but I don't recommend that. So those are the tools that you pretty much need if you want to do some origami, especially if you're doing origami with thick paper, or if you want your lines to be, or your edges to be super, the creases to be super straight and creased properly, because sometimes if you don't fold your paper properly, the whole thing will just fall apart and it won't turn out nice. So it's good to have some tools like this if you can. All right, so with that, let's get started. I will use this fancy paper to make you an origami crane. These are my last 3 sheets, but I will use it for you guys to make a really pretty, pretty crane. So I think I'm going to use this one right here. So let's go ahead and put these aside. Okay. So we're going to start with colored side down. Again, we're going to do my basic box base, which is fold over. Make sure your paper is as even as possible. Okay, then you fold it over again into a triangle. See, that tool just makes it nice and creased. Make sure all of your edges line up. Okay, from here we're going to go ahead and squash it down and to make a square. I'm going to flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Alright, so now there's your box base. Now always pay attention to where everything is. So your opening is facing towards you, and this is the top. If you do it the other way around, it won't work. So make sure the opening is facing towards you when you start your bird base. And to do the bird base, you're going to take one of these flaps, and you're going to take this edge and match it to the center line. So to get a nice straight edge, what I recommend doing is putting your finger right here at the bottom and then folding this up, making sure the line is straight. Once it's straight, then you can start pushing down and put your crease in, and that way your line is straight and you have a point at the bottom. Okay, now you're going to do that for the other side as well. Okay, so now I should have a little, like a kite on one side. Okay, now we're going to flip it over, and we're going to do the same thing on the other end, or the other side. And again, put your finger down at the bottom, and then same thing on the other side. Okay, so now you have your bird base, which looks like a kite. Okay, so there's the back of your bird right there. And now we're going to make the wings. In order to make the wings, you can either fold this down to give you a guide if you want, and then fold it back up just to put a little crease in it. You don't have to do that, but you can. And then you just open up one side. Where that crease is, you can push down right there in the middle so you can find it. And then just fold in the sides to make a diamond shape. I guess a diamond shape. Okay. You flip over, do the same thing on the other side. Use your fingernails or whatever to make sure you're folding at the crease and not making a new crease. Okay. All right, so there's your bird base. Okay. Now, these are your wings, and this is the top of your bird. Okay, so these are the legs, and this is the part you're going to want to work with. And always remember, make sure like the opening is facing towards you, and the closed part is facing away. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do the legs or the tail end, and then we're going to do the neck. So again, put your finger down at the bottom to kind of guide it into a point, and you're matching the outer edge to that middle line. So that's one, and you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. All right, you're going to flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. Outer edge, match to the middle center. Hold the point down at the end to make sure it's always at a point. Okay, so now this is what your crane should look like at the moment. You see the little legs right there? Okay, so now let's go ahead and make the tail, and let's go ahead and make the neck. In order to do that, you can fold at an angle, kind of fold it out like this. Open it up and just push up and squish at the same time so you can reverse fold. I think that's what that's called. Again, I'll leave a link at the bottom in the description on the names of folds. So there you go. We got that one side up. Now we got to do the same thing on the other end. So fold up, and then make sure it folds in on itself, and there you go. So from here you got to determine which one you want to be the head and which one you want to be the tail. Since this one's kind of higher up, I'm going to make this one the head and this is the tail. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is go down just a little bit from the top, bend it a little bit, and then use my fingernail to make a little divot in the head, kind of like that, like a V. Push it in on itself and then form the head. Just like that. Okay, I'm trying to keep this in focus, I'm sorry. Alright, so now you got your head, you got your tail. Now let's do the wings. To do the wings, it's easy. Just fold down like that and like that. And push on it to make sure the crease stays, and then just fluff them, and there you go. You have yourself a little origami crane. And that's how you make an origami crane. Super simple. Again, I learned how to do this when I was in preschool, so if a preschooler can do this, anybody can definitely do this. This is very simple, and it's really pretty, and it's a cute little gift, little something extra to give to somebody to bring them luck. Because according to, I guess, Wiki, the internet, cranes are good luck, and if you make 1,000 cranes, you are granted a wish. So I've probably made over 10,000 cranes in my lifetime, and so I got all my wishes granted so far, so knock on wood, everything still is good. But here you go, that's how you make a crane. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you'd like to see more origami, I will be happy to create anything for you. I can't do a lot of stuff, but I can do I can do flowers. I can't do roses, but I can do flowers. And I can pretty much make any origami animal you can think of. So if you'd like to see something, please let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to make one for you. I also do modular origami, which I'm about to show you what that looks like right now. So this is modular origami. It's origami all put together to make a 3D something. This one is not glued in the center, but once you glue it, you got yourself a little modular ball. So I think I'm going to do a video on how to make this. This one is a little bit time consuming, as you can tell, and it's a lot of folds, and but it's fun, and I would like to show you how to do that. So I'll show you how to make one of these. I also can make flowers like this. This was a tiny one. These are, I think they're lotus flowers. I can show you how to make a lotus flower. I can show you how to make a heart. And I have these flowers that I can make. These are multiple pieces of paper all pushed into one to make a flower. These are fun. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I have a lot of them. I guess I can just hang them on the wall somewhere. You can pretty much do anything, and it's all fun. It's very therapeutic. This is a stress reliever for me. I do enjoy doing this. I do love challenging myself to make more elaborate origami. That's how I got into making these right here. So let me know if you'd like to see more in the description down below. Comment if you'd like to see more. I'm definitely going to make a video about this one right here eventually, and I'll show you how to do that. So there you go. That's origami. That's how I make my origami cranes. And if you like the video, please hit that thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, leave a comment below. Let me know. If you're new to the channel, welcome. and go check out some other videos below. I do everything. I'm trying to do everything, so it's not just wood crafts. It's going to be wood crafts and more. Yeah, and if you know someone who would like this video, please share it. And again, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for additional videos, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Thanks.